Hi, good morning. Welcome to BODYWISE Bodywork. My name is Dawn Spiegelberg, and I'm so happy you joined me today. What you see is not what you get, and research shows us that it's super fascinating how much information we really get and what we do with that information. It's Friday, March 3rd. I'm so excited to be here. The rain is back with us. We had a break from the rain for a little while, but now here it is. And my kids are luckily getting over their coughs. If you find that you're sick and you've got the cough that's going around and the congestion, please be careful. I've been hearing no end to the numbers of people who have pneumonia and bronchitis. I've got a great recommendation for preventing pneumonia and bronchitis, and we'll be talking about that next Wednesday. I'm considering to do a Monday program. Please give me your feedback if you're interested in finding out more information and hearing from me Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Super exciting stuff going on. What you see is not what you get, and research shows us that 90% of our perceptions are just mental fabrication. Keep that in your mind. Hard to believe. A couple of shout outs this morning. I just would like to say a big thanks to my husband for making me a piece of furniture for Valentine's Day. He made me a side table for my office, and it's amazing and beautiful. The side table also holds a printer. So I showed him a design that I saw from a magazine, and he made it. Happy Valentine's Day to me. It's finally ready. He just waxed it, so it's got a nice natural finish, and the wax had off gas, so now it's set up and ready to use. I'm super excited about it. Who does special things for you in your life? February 14th is over. It's in the back of everyone's mind until February 1st next year, except it's possible to keep the ideas of heart and loving each other and loving ourselves in our lives every day. I'd like to encourage you to do that. It's possible through something called heart coherence. I'm creating a website and content that actually demonstrates how heart coherence is the heart, isn't that funny, is at the foundation of all the choices that we make and the decisions that move us through the day. It's really fascinating when you realize we only have two emotions and that all feelings are based on these two emotions. And if you feel disconnected or frustrated or doubt or worry, that's based on a negative emotion, and it's possible for you to build the muscle of heart coherence and maintain a positive outlook, maintain positive feelings such as gratitude and connection and appreciation and care. Find out more information on a website called heartwise.wixsite, wixsite.com/heart coherence. Today's content is brought to you by the rain in Seattle. So what you see is not what you get is actually found, it's found because only a small portion of what we see with our eyes and what we sense with our other organs, as in skin and our taste buds and our smell, they do not connect directly to the place in our brain that perceives direct information. So it is multi-synaptic, which means there are multiple synapses between those sensory organs and our vestibular nuclei. And our eyes actually go through the thalamus in our brain before it reaches our perception of the vestibular nuclei. And there are a few things that actually go directly. And one of them is our inner ear, which is balance and stability and how fast our body is moving and which direction our head is moving. And it's known that what we see with our eyes is then followed up by the movements of our head. So if I look with my eyes to the left like this, then my head follows that in this direction. And what our eyes and what our head, the direction our eyes and head move, is the direction that leads our body. So our body follows our head follows our eyes. So in the exercise that was demonstrated last Wednesday, which is move your head with leading your eyes, which is to look up and then move your head up and look down and move your head down. That stimulates the movement centers and especially our cerebellum, which is responsible for balance and muscle tone. And it also stimulates the neck musculature and moves the neck bones. I found out this detail recently that our neck and the muscles in our neck have the ability to perceive motion in 4/10 of a degree of that motion. So if I tip my head, I can't even do 4/10 of a degree. 4/10 of a degree is so small, yet the tendons and the muscles and our bones are set up to perceive that small fraction of movement and sends that information directly to the motion centers in our head that dictate what we're doing, where we are, and how we need to respond to that. Based on that information, you can now see and understand why, for example, sitting stationary for many, many hours a day, looking at one thing being our phone, which is people looking down, or a computer, which is people being stationary and looking one direction, or even if you have two computers, just looking bi-directional, which is just two directions, can be so inhibiting on our nervous system. I would like to encourage you to change the perceptions of your surroundings, increase the amount of sensory input that your brain has to process in a day, and that will directly change your perception of your reality. Another fascinating aspect of all of this is how I now look at my two children. My youngest sees the world through eyeglasses that are completely rose-colored and very positive, and my oldest tends to be glass half empty kind of a guy. And this morning when I shared with him that 90% of his perceptions of reality were mentally fabricated, do you know what his response was? It was a negative response. He said, oh, he took it from the perspective that it was a bad thing. And the positive part of this information and knowing it is actually that you have the power to change the perceptions and to change how you see the world. And you can start from simply nodding your head, looking up, raising your head up, looking down, and putting your head down. I challenge you over the weekend between now and next Wednesday to take a minute, write down what your feeling is at any given point in time. So if you're feeling happy, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling glad, write that down real quick, write down the time. Do your head nods. Look with your eyes first up, look with your eyes, put your head down next, and just 2 minutes or less, right? 2 minutes is a lot of those. Maybe 5 head nods, and then notice how you feel and notice the change that it makes. This is Dawn Spiegelberg of BodyWise Bodywork. Thank you so much for joining me today. The truth is, What you see is not what you get. What you believe is what you get. Change your heart, change your mind, change your life, and do it right now by starting with head nods. Until I speak with you next Wednesday, think head wise, feel heart wise, and move body wise. Thanks.